Welcome back, friends, to Surviving the Daily. I hope everyone is surviving well. So one of my favorite things to do is to check out flea markets and thrift stores and antique shops and even pawn shops to see what they have, and if the price is right, even pick up a knife or two, or if it's cheap enough, I'll even pick up an imitation Zippo just because, they're fun to fidget with. And I think I've even brought this one to you guys in the past. I picked this up off at a Savers for around $2. And I've made videos in the past regarding my finds at these kinds of stores, and just to prove a point that you don't need to buy the latest, greatest, especially if you're on a budget. You can still EDC good quality products or items that just fit within your budget. And you just need to have a little wherewithal when looking for these items. You check out the clearance aisle every time you go to Walmart, or go down to the thrift store down the road and just to see what they have occasionally, and you'll find something, and it'll definitely fit within your budget. But I've been kind of slacking on these videos lately, and the fact that there's only so many pouches and so many bags that I can have hanging around, and there's only so many watches that I want to be fixing. But this one item that I can never have too many of, and that's knives. And I have made a handful of acquisitions lately, and I wanted to bring them to you, and I'm excited about it. So the first one that I'm going to bring to you is the Swiss Army fluoro knife. I picked this one up at a pawn shop today, and I was pretty excited about it. So I picked this up for $5, and as you can see, it's been well loved, and that's part of the whole thing about these secondhand knives, that I kind of like to think about its previous owner and what they did for a living, and why they gave the knife up. Did they pass away and somebody sold it, or did they, it was a pawn shop, so maybe they needed the money and they had to give the knife up, but which is kind of sad, but still. Or just maybe they got sick of their knife collection and collecting dust, and they just decided to give it up. But it's always fun thinking about where these knives have been and what they've seen, and who's handled them. Another item that I found at the same pawn shop is this CRKT Pillar, and this one does need a little bit of work. For the most part, structurally it's in good condition. It just needs a little tightening up. I think the pivot screw is a little loose, I believe, because it has I don't know if you can hear that it's got a little shake, a little wobble, and I can wobble the blade back and forth. But aside from that and a little cleaning, I think it's going to be a great EDC knife. And I picked that up at the same pawn shop for $5. And lastly, I found this at an indoor flea market. This is a Camillus military pocket knife. I picked up for $10, as you can see, as is. And the reason being, it is broken to an extent. These knives typically go for anywhere between $50 and $60. I picked this one up for $10 because it's broken, and not extremely broken. We'll take a look at it. The knife blade works just fine. The spring is good, but it's some of the tools in it that the spring is broken. You can see the break right there, and it's a common flaw in these, that if you open up two of the tools at the same time, the spring can and will break. I think they may have fixed it in the later models, but the earlier models, you find a lot of these broken. And I don't mind picking up a broken knife, especially if the price is right. And maybe I can fix this down the road if I find another one just like it. Or but I feel like every knife needs a home, kind of like a dog. But I thought I'd give this knife a good home and maybe fix it up down the road. But they made these right from at the end of World War II, I believe, all the way up until 2012 to 2013, I think. And this one was made in 1982. They all have a date stamp on them, which is pretty cool. And maybe one day I'll find the one that has my birth year on it. I'm not going to tell you what year that is. But so it's fun, thinking about who carried this and who broke it. And was it a kid? Was it an adult? Were they just showing off to their friends and they just snapped the spring, and they're like, oh crap, and now the knife's worthless. Let's sell it. Let's throw it away. But I think I will give this a good home, and hopefully in the future I can put a new spring in it. Shouldn't be that hard. I see other people doing that on YouTube. So there we have it. Again, you don't need to spend a lot of money to have EDC items that are of decent quality. You can go check out these types of stores, and if you keep checking, you'll have some good luck. So, as always, I appreciate everyone watching. I hope everyone's having a great day, and I will see you next time. Carry on.